All right, so this is my review of Creature Commandos. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion of what I liked and what I disliked. But I'm gonna start off by saying no Snyderverse, no money. No Snyderverse, no money, you guys. Keep the movement going. It's working. They're panicking. WB and James Gunn, they're panicking because they're doing reshoots for Superman. And I'm going to do a video on that. You definitely don't want to miss that. But they're panicking, you guys. It's working. No Snyderverse, no money. And what that means is, if James Gunn, Peter Safran, and Zaloff do not restore the Snyderverse, we won't buy their mediocre ass products, their mediocre ass movie tickets. We're not going to buy into this mediocre universe that James Gunn and Peter Safran want to stuff down our throat, which is a bunch of bullshit. No Snyderverse, no money. We mean business. And this is business. And WB will give us what I want. It will be restored. The Snyderverse will be restored. So keep up the movement, you guys. We got them panicking, but we got to stand firm. But let's talk about Creature Commandos. Let's talk about what I liked and what I disliked. Let's start off with what I liked about the film, about the show. I thought the overall animation style looked real good. It looked real clean. It looked like it was coming off straight from a comic book. And I would arguably say it was a little better than X-Men 97. Not the show period, but the animation style of it. Because to me, the animation style of X-Men 97 sucked. This animation style in Creature Commandos was pretty good. Another thing that I liked about Creature Commandos was the bride. I thought everything was going on. My focus and my attention was on her. Her backstory, her character. That really engaged me, kept me interested. And honestly, that's about it. Everything else to me felt like Marvel. It felt like James Gunn. It felt like Guardians of the Galaxy. Just the overall tone, the style was James Gunn. The music, the forced comedy, it was James Gunn. It reminded me of Marvel. I couldn't believe I was watching a new DC product because it felt like I've seen this before, especially in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that's pretty much what I gotta say. The music sucks. The style of music sucks. James Gunn has a habit of putting weird type of music at different places, such as the fight scenes. There was like this salsa type country thing going on. Completely took me out of the show. And it felt like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It brought back the awful memories of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when he was putting music in certain places. Just didn't match. I don't mind music, but as long as it fit the scene and brings out the scene and have me engaged in the scene, I'm with that. This salsa stuff he's doing while they're fighting completely took me out the show. The forced jokes, the forced comedy. It felt like James Gunn. It felt like Guardians of the Galaxy. It felt like Marvel. It didn't feel like a dark DC animation like the past animations were. This was a Marvel product by James Gunn. And that's pretty much what you're going to get with Superman Legacy. Just look at the fucking costume. It looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks like their type of style clothing with the jacket. So the music sucked. the voice actor. So I didn't really give a damn about any of these characters, you guys. Like the Weasel, he was just there. The skeleton guy, he was just there. The girl with the bowl, the fish bowl on her head, or whatever, or the fish, or whatever the fuck she is, she was ignoring. She was just really boring, ignoring. Like she was just there to fill up space. The iRobot guy, totally miscast. The GI robot guy, miscast. You can hear a lot of. They try to use that reverb on this voice, which I can hear. It just didn't work. The voice actor was just wrong from the start. So maybe as time goes on, if I watch it, maybe it'll stick. But first impressions is everything. I think, though, like I said, the only person that really captivated my attention was the bride. I was digging her story. As a matter of fact, I really hope everything is really about her backstory. I did not like the disrespect towards women. I agree with Grace Randolph in trying to see it from her perspective. This was a disrespectful to women. I mean, they portray women as slutty, thots, and prostitutes. The princess traded as a skank, a slut, you know, which in my mind, when you say princess, and maybe it's because the era that I grew up in, when you say princess, I think of somebody like Princess Toadstool or real life Princess Diana, who was a positive, feminine type woman. I don't think of this slutty thing with James Gunn. It was very weird. So I get what Grace Randolph is saying, even though I don't really agree with some stuff with most of the stuff she'll say. I'm with her on this one. It's very oversized and disrespectful to women. It made them look like tramp sluts. You had another scene where they show women on the street as prostitutes, and there's another scene where they're on a yacht in skimpy in thongs and shit like that. It just made them look slutty. And it also reminded me of the issue Gal Gadot was having with Josh Whedon in the remake of his Justice League. How they tried to over-sexualize her, and how we learn now she was very disrespected. She was called a lot of names, and she didn't want to do certain things because she felt uncomfortable with the flashing, with him landing on her breast and stuff like that. So it reminded me of Josh Whedon's attempt to disrespect her. And this is James Gunn just doing it all over again. It seemed like they're cut from the same cloth of disrespecting women. So this movie, this show felt like a Marvel product, a James Gunn product, a Guardian of the Galaxy's product. It did not feel like a dark DC animation, you guys. This is Marvel. And another thing I don't like is these YouTubers, you know, getting special perks and blowing sunshine up your ass. Because that's what they're doing. This only confirms that Zack Snyder was a perfect fit for DC. Because the tone that they're starting off with is Marvel. And we seen this over and over and over again. What is the end result? It's a failure. DC does not work in this lighthearted Marvel type tone. They're dark characters that Zack Snyder envisioned. And that's what we need to go back to. So overall, I thought this does nothing but push more people away, especially women. But what do you guys think? Did you like Creature Commandos? I did like the animation style, and I did like the bride. You know, I felt connected to her character. I want to see more development about her story. Everybody else is just Marvel to me. But like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, no Snyderverse, no money. Leave your comments and leave your dislikes as well. Check you on the next video. Peace.